Welcome back. You are still watching Winning Live. Now, Mamelodi Sundowns will feature in the 32-team new look FIFA Club World Cup, which will rather be hosted in the United States this month, taking up one of four places that are reserved for African nations. They have been drawn against Borussia Dortmund, who were runners-up in the Uefa Champions League in 2024, Rio de Janeiro giants Fluminense, as well as Ulsan from South Korea. To talk about this tournament, we've roped in former Mamelodi Sundowns captain fantastic Hlompho Kekana, as well as former Sundowns midfielder Sibusiso Vilakazi. So we've got the midfield joining us in studio this morning.
Yeah.
And Hlompho, let me start with you, because for Mamelodi Sundowns now, it's so important to pick themselves up from the loss from the CAF Champions League. How important is it for players as well as everyone involved to just get past that loss and now move forward into the Club World Cup?
Good morning, Viyo. When you play professionally, you are trained for such moment where, you can't dwell much on your losses. You have to dust yourself and go for the next matches. Fortunately, at Sundowns, the matches are coming thick and fast. We'll know that we shift from one competition to another. They were playing Champions League not long ago, and now they are going to the Club World Cup. So even when they won the league, they didn't celebrate fully. You can tell that there's something that was disturbing them, and I think the Champions League was disturbing them really. But yeah, I just enjoy their schedule, because you don't have time really to sulk. You don't have time to feel bad. You just have to dust yourself and go forward and win football matches.
And in going forward, Villa, and winning football matches, many saying that they felt or saw Mamelodi Sundowns being a little bit more conservative than expected over those two legs of the CAF Champions League final. Looking at that, how are you expecting the team to approach the Club World Cup when it comes to the action on the field of play? I
think more than anything, of course, that would have tempted them with a sour taste. Of course, you'd want to reflect and look at that. But more than anything, I mean, in the football world, you're going to lose more than win more. So that's the nature of the game. So that needs to be adapted. That needs to be put inside. However, how you look at it, it's a very beautiful space. I mean, it's a Club World Cup that comes once in a while. Some of us were able to experience having to experience that in Japan. So it has so much potential. How you embrace it, how you look at it, you have to open your eyes wide open, because it brings so many opportunities. So many opportunities that you know for sure there will be total scouts over there for them. So for yourself, how you look at it. But overall, as a team, I mean, these are things whereby now you start to see how can we be better? How can we then learn from other teams, because of there's going to be different cultures over there. How other people do things that can help you go further, because of as champions, as Hlompho said, you need to dust yourself. You need to also bounce back, because of how would you want to bounce back in a Club World Cup?
Indeed. And as we speak about that bouncing back, and we're looking back at everything we saw this season, from the Betway Premiership to the Carling knockout, you look at certain things that are being said by fans. Well, we could have done better with Mshishi. Why would the coach start with Shalulile on the bench? All those things. How do you then get your fans to take confidence in the coach and his decisions in terms of the personnel and the players that go in the field, and to just say, trust the coach, he knows what he's doing, trust the technical team, and all players deserve a chance to play?
Sure. But you're in a position of leadership as a coach. You will be criticized for making other decisions, and we can easily agree that even the best coaches that won the World Cup, they've won being criticized. But I've got full confidence with Miguel Cardoso since he took over. You can tell that the team now drawn some inspiration from his character, and they performed better, and they didn't start the season
They broke all
well.
records also.
Yeah, and they didn't start the season well, to be honest. And to see them winning so many matches again, that was a positive. And I believe that they can easily grow from here, because remember, you found the team midway the season, so I'm sure there'll be good things that they still want to make together as a team, and I think they will go forward and try to win the Champions League, because that's something that me and Villa will be asking ourselves. We have been asking ourselves that this is a team that always have to be in the Cup final or the Champions League Cup final, simply because of the brand of football that they continue to play, with the difficult schedule that they've always found themselves. they never complain. They always want to strive for greatness, and I'm happy for them, man. I just want them to, you know, dust themselves with this, you know, set moments, set period. You know, Champions League sometimes can hurt you, and we all know that in a professional world, some matches you lose and you look back and say, this team, even if we play them 10 times, we will beat them. But in some matches, you'll feel like I didn't do enough to hurt them. But I'm sure, looking forward to Club World Cup, I'm sure they will want to do better. And maybe, like Villa said, there will be scouts there. The younger ones will be having opportunity to impress them. And it's been long since we imported players overseas.
It has been a while since we've imported players. Villa, perhaps just looking at the group that Mamelodi Sundowns is in, what do you make of the competition that they'll come up against?
It's tough opponents. You look at Ulsan, you look at Dortmund. I think it's going to be quite a big task and a big test. But then it's you always look forward to those challenges and seeing how you can, you know, bounce back and how you can go a contest with these players. Also, you want to see how far you can go, because it's always been like European players, but also you gotta have a bit of big shoulders and saying, look, I'm quite capable of going with these guys. Also, it's a big stage, it's an opportunity, it's a one in a lifetime opportunity. That's why I say, like, you have to engage, you have to be better, you have to be prepared. And I know for sure these are exceptional football players that are willing and also craving to kickstart the tournament. I think more than anything, just being the only team in the Southern Hemisphere, it speaks a lot. And then also having to have Carling Black Label backing Sundowns with this tournament, recognizing them as champions and having to have this space, I think for me, it's just amazing times. And it's been a tournament that hasn't been recognized, but then now it's starting to be recognized and has a full voice. And what a better opportunity just to have people watching you on our screens, because it's going to be televised. So, I mean, now we have to see. With us, it was sort of, you see the score, it's like, I think Kashima Atlas giving us 5, and then Hyundai giving us 4. Yeah. But those are the moments also, we are looking forward to those things. So for them, it's a big opportunity, as I say, like, you should be really thriving and having that epithism, you know, of saying, this is it. This is it. And then I say that just to go against Dortmund, I would envy also to be in that situation.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I know for sure, Carling Black Label is always edging the fence. And then, of course, on that stage, I mean, just to be champion fans, there's going to be a score predictor that engages the fans that to be part of the game, because we know for sure those are #1 supporters with the game.
Indeed. Very, very exciting stuff. We speak about the Club World Cup, but ordinarily not one of the biggest competitions in terms of attraction, but it is growing. In addition to those financial gains, Mamelodi Sundowns not telling us how much they're going to be coming back to South Africa with, but a massive good luck to Mamelodi Sundowns that will, of course, be representing South Africa out at the Club World Cup. That's where we'll leave it with former captain of Mamelodi Sundowns, Hlompho Kekana, as well as Sibusiso Vilakazi.